So you're thinking of moving to Kyle, Texas. Well, in this video, we're exploring Perry Homes in Crosswinds, a new construction community in Northeast Kyle. I'm gonna tour 3 different Perry homes on a 40, 50, and 60-foot lot. We're gonna get after it right now. Hey, Daniel here, your local Austin real estate expert. If you're thinking of making a move to the greater Austin area, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the latest real estate news. You know, I was a teacher for 10 years before I jumped into real estate. I taught percussion, I was a band director. And a lot of the skills I had from teaching have transferred very well over to real estate. Honesty, effective communication, helping other people just achieve their goals is still really important to me and why I wanted to make this switch in careers, because I still feel like I can make a positive and important impact in people's lives. So it doesn't matter if you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Love to help you and your family find the perfect home. All of that can be found in the description below. So what we're looking at here is the map/future plans map of Crosswinds. Some things that aren't on here that I did want to discuss. First thing is tax rate is quite high in Crosswinds. It's 2.82%. Now, if you're purchasing a home, you know, 300,000-400,000, that's not going to hurt as much. If you are getting into the higher end homes, and we're looking at 600,000-700,000 or 500,000-600,000, that's going to definitely be something to consider. So higher tax rate because you are paying into either a MUD or a PID. And then also the HOA is $575 a year, okay? Which isn't terrible. I think I definitely pay more in my new construction neighborhood in Southeast Austin, but something to consider. So again, looking at this map is a little confusing because when I first looked at this, I thought, okay, on the bottom or on the right, it says Perry homes are pink, but the model Perry home is pink, which is actually further south. It's on the corner there of Crosswinds Parkway and Bay Breeze Drive. So really, the Perry area that we're checking out today is that kind of greenish area just north of the yellow area on the far south. So something to be aware of. That's the area we're looking today. Super close to the future elementary school they're going to add here. A couple of the things that I found were interesting. So the amenity center here does have, they say they have a pickleball court. It looks like a tennis court to me, but maybe I just don't know pickleball as well as I think I do. Next to a half basketball court, very nice pool. Playground area, and lots of shaded areas in that part of it too. And a lot of trails. I was impressed with not just the paved trails they've added, but they've also added the crushed granite trails too. So if you're preferring that for whatever reason, maybe you have a mountain bike or you're just wanting to train on granite trails, you prefer that, they do have quite a lot of that on here, and hopefully you can see that on the map here too. Cool, all right. We are now gonna go check out one of Perry's 40-foot homes. So I'll see you over there. So the first house we're checking out today is one of their 40-foot lots. This is a 1,785 square foot home, 1-story, 4-bed, 3 full bath, and it's listed at $384,900. Now, the homes on the 40-foot lot range from 1,500 square feet up to about 2,300 square feet. So this one's kind of nice in the middle, so you can get a sense of the space there. Because it is a 1-story home on their smallest lot size, we're definitely giving up yard space because the 1-story is going to have a wider footprint than the 2 stories. So when we get to the backyard, it's pretty small. I think that's the reason why. But let's go check this one out. So panning around, kind of get a sense of what the other homes on the street look like. It's all very similar. I mean, they're all Perry, right? So mostly brick exterior. Every now and then you'll see a stone exterior. This specific home is all brick. 2-car garage. So not much of a front patio. There's a little awning here. Really beautiful front door. Very nice. It does come with the Ring camera already, pre-wired. So as per usual at Perry, you're gonna have very tall ceilings and very wide entryways. To the left immediately is our utility room actually. So washer, dryer, nice cubby shelf here, and then lots of natural light coming in here to the washroom, which is nice. Just have a coat closet here, doing tile floor, wood look tile here on the floor. Next left is our mudroom. Hang your coats, kick off your shoes, and then your 2-car garage. I always can look at the amount of space between the garage door and the wall to get a sense how much room this is, because all two-car garage doors are gonna be the same width, right? But every builder is gonna have a difference of opinion on how much space a two-car garage should have. This one's pretty tight. That's about maybe 7-8 inches from the wall to the garage door. So not the biggest two-car garage. It does come with a garage door opener, rainbird irrigation system, and your tankless water heater. And as you can see, you gain access to the attic from the garage. Love the natural light coming in here. Perry always does a great job with that. So here's our main living area. Go left here. Our first guest bedroom. Carpeted guest bedrooms, they do not install fans, but they do have it pre-wired, so you can install a fan afterwards and have a switch dedicated to that. Here's a kind of a corner closet for the guest bedroom. And then their own bathroom. Pretty basic as far as the builder grade tile on the shower there. And then maintaining the same tile from main living area into the bathroom here. But yeah, nothing catches my eye. I do like the little vaulted ceiling. It's a little different. And then just linen closet. And then we have a fan in the main living area. This is kind of weird. I don't know why they didn't continue this wrap around the island. So I like that we have the white cabinets and then this kind of dark gray for the island. But typically builders continue it. Now I'm sure, and this is a really important point to make, I'm sure we could negotiate them to do that. And so really important to know that as a buyer, if you don't like something, we can negotiate almost anything to be changed in a house. And in a buyer's market we're in now, you're more likely to get a yes because they're just desperate to find a buyer. So make sure you understand that if you hate a little thing here or there, that doesn't mean it's a no-go for the home. It just means we need to ask, or can they fix that? Can they change that? So I would do that personally. If I was thinking of buying this house, I want that painted the same color all the way wrapped around. That's gonna look a lot better. But as far as the kitchen itself, pretty basic. I mean, I like this back tile, it looks interesting. The cabinets are nothing to write home about. No soft close, no handles. We can definitely negotiate getting a fridge, washer, dryer included. I do like the pantry, nice large corner pantry. But like I said, pretty basic. There's just a range, right? We don't have the built-in range on top with drawers underneath, nor do we have a built-in oven microwave. I do like the large single basin sink though. And interesting, like looking around now, why we have a black faucet, black fan, but then stainless steel handles. I wish they had maintained one or the other. Like my house, we did a to-be built through Brookfield, and we got black faucet, black handles, and black hinges, but I'm seeing white hinges, stainless steel, and black faucet. Just, I don't know. It's not a big deal. It really is not a big deal. But it's just something when you buy a house that's brand new and you want it to make sense all the way through, you start thinking about these things. If you go the to-be built route through Perry, you can definitely pick those things and make sure they all match if they're as important to you as they are to me. Which I don't know when I became this person who cares about faucets, but here we are. All right, these are the two other guest bedrooms. Like I said, it's a 4-bedroom. So here's guest bedroom number 2. Very, very similar to the first one. Decent sized room. And then the shared bathroom, basically a carbon copy of the first one we saw. This will be another linen closet. And then third guest bedroom. This one feels a little bit smaller than the other two, but they do have more natural light. And it's looking out directly to the back patio and yard. Interesting floor plan. It's an odd one. Typically you don't have a guest bedroom looking out to the back patio. It's kind of tucked away. And then here's the primary. Decent amount of space, not the biggest primary, but decent. Dual vanity sinks are separated. Again, stainless steel. Okay, I need to get off my faucet horse. We do have some natural light coming in really high, but honestly, it's kind of showcasing how tall these ceilings are. These ceilings are massive for a bathroom. I kind of wish this was a little bit lower, but whatever. It is letting in natural light. We do have a walk-in shower, no bench though, and then a walk-in closet. Gets a little bit tight. You would not want two people in here at the same time. This door has to close to get to that side of it. And then your commode right there. So pretty basic bathroom. I don't think it's probably not my favorite for a layout of a bathroom. Let's check out outside. Outside, pretty decent sized covered back patio here. So we have the electrical outlet right there. I don't see a gas outlet though. And then side, pretty on top of your neighbor. That's kind of to be expected with these 40-foot lots. And it'll be interesting to see as we continue this video tour, going to the 50 and then finally the 60-foot lot, how close these fences feel and other homes feel to you. But I definitely feel like would need to whisper if I'm out here because I'm right next to that person's back patio. But yeah, there you have it. That was the first home we're checking out in the 40-foot lots. Now let's go check out a 50-foot lot home. I'll see you over there. So the next house we're checking out is one of their 50-foot lot homes. This is listed at $494,900. This is 2,694 square feet and it is a 4-bed, 3-bath also. So let's check this one out. So 2-car garage. This is a 2-story home, beautiful white brick exterior with the dark gray accents on the trim and on the shutters there. And again, just turning around, we're one street over. As I said earlier in the video, all of these are Perry homes. So we're in Perryville right now. I'm really impressed with this house. I walked in to turn the lights on and just everywhere I turn, it's a massive upgrade from the previous home. So we have this interesting white brick continuing all across the floor even in the entryway. Similar door to the previous home, front door. And so we can see there's an upstairs landing. We'll get there eventually. To the left here, we have a study with 8-foot glass French doors. Really tall ceiling here. Lots of natural light coming in the study. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then next to the stairs, just a coat closet there. They do have this one staged. I think they've had this on the market for a while. When I first met with the Perry sales rep, she said, please show this one. And usually when they say that, I'm like, okay. I mean, there's probably something wrong with the property if it's been on the market that long. I think it was just the price. And so I think this one originally was $614,000. Now they're down sub 500,000. So they're just trying to get off their books. This would be a potential for a great deal, one of my best deal videos. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this home. But let's walk around so I can tell you why I'm impressed. We have the mudroom here, and then I don't know why I turned that off. Utility room here, a little bit wider. We have cubbies up there. No natural light, but honestly, that's more typical to not have some natural light in the utility room. Not a big deal to me, honestly. Garage comes with epoxy flooring, which I was very surprised to see. And then it is a little bit wider. So again, looking at the side there, this garage is about a foot, maybe a foot and a half wider than the previous garage we were in. Everything else is the same though. We have the rainbird irrigation and the tankless water heater and the garage door opener. And this is tile flooring also, just like the previous home. This kitchen is beautiful. It is much bigger upgrade than the previous kitchen. So we have, first of all, built-in range, 5-burner built-in range. The hood is got a cover on it so it blends well with cabinetry. Built-in oven, built-in microwave, way more cabinet space, countertop space and cabinet space. And then they went with a very interesting design as far as white up top, and then it goes to this gray, and then this dark blue in the island, which I quite like. And they wrapped it fully in the dark blue as you would expect. This I wasn't expecting. The corner pantry is quite a bit deeper. So really smart design there, utilizing all that space to give you a little bit more shelving for your pantry. That looks great. Also comes with handles on all the cabinets. So I appreciate that. Still not soft close, but it is what it is. I like the thickness of this countertop too. It's really nice. And then just super tall ceilings. I mean, you can see it opens up right upstairs. Ton of space here. It's nice when they have it staged because you can really get a sense of how your furniture would fit in here. Off to the side here is our first guest bedroom and bathroom. It's a very similar bathroom to the previous house we saw. And then carpeted guest bedroom. Again, no ceiling fan. Slightly deeper closet space here though. Decent size for a guest bedroom. Living room area, ton of natural light, ceiling fan included. Off to the right here is the primary. Kind of a tray ceiling thing we got going on here. The ceiling fan, definitely a bigger primary than the previous home. This bathroom is way better than the previous home. So very large soaking tub. I'm 6'1", I could actually fit in that tub. And then we have separated sinks, really large corner shower here. I do wish the tile went to the ceiling. That's honestly something we could probably negotiate them to add on if that's really a big deal. I probably would just to see if they say yes. But this is nice. You typically don't see these corner ones. Usually it's just a small square or small rectangle. And then ton of natural light coming in while keeping that privacy with the frosted glass. Toilet over here, not in the way like the previous home. And then a decent sized closet. I don't know. Actually a decent, pretty good sized closet. I didn't realize it had that extra corner back there. Yeah, beautiful bathroom, much larger bedroom. As I said, the kitchen, much higher quality, a lot more upgrades than I was expecting. Let's check out the back patio. So a much larger back patio, and you can see they do have the gas outlet there so you can attach your grill. Not have to keep using propane tanks. Electric outlet here. See a little bit more space on the side of the house, being a 50-foot lot as opposed to a 40-foot, way more backyard space than the previous. Again, that's partially because this is a 2-story home. It's gonna have a smaller footprint than a 1-story home. But we're definitely on a bigger lot. You can feel that for sure. I really like this white brick. I'm not sure how it's gonna look in 10 years, but it looks very clean right now. Not a big fan of this. I think behind us we have 40-foot lots, so you can see they're kind of staggered. They're not the same width as this lot, but even the fence type material is way different. It kind of looks bad. I would at least want to stain everything the same shade, but again, not a deal breaker. Yeah, really large back patio, covered back patio. Let's check out upstairs. So something that'll help, or something to consider when you buy homes, is the resale value down the road, right? So most likely you're not going to give your home to your heirs, right? Most likely you're gonna sell the house in 5 to 15 years, something like that, depending on what stage of your life you're in. With a home like this that has the primary downstairs and that second bedroom downstairs, that's really gonna help you when it is time to sell the home. So a lot of people, I'll tell you from selling homes, if you have a primary upstairs, it's always harder for us to find a buyer, but primary downstairs, check. 2 primaries downstairs, double check. Because a lot of families have older relatives living with them. They need their own space, but they can't go up and downstairs. And so 2 primaries downstairs, each with their own bathroom, is a big plus for this floor plan. Let me catch my breath. Okay. So all carpet walking up the stairs. This is just a nice, very open landing area. You can see the view from up here. And it opens to the front foyer also. We have our guest bathroom up here. 2 sinks, which is better than the last house, but same tile design as the previous one. And then our 2 bedrooms. This is a cool one. I like the little arched window here, a little different. I always appreciate something different. And then more common bedroom with the 1 window. These bedrooms are okay, a teeny bit small, but they're fine, honestly. I've seen much smaller. So yeah, there you have it. That's a 50-foot home. I think this is honestly a great deal on top of just showcasing a 50-foot home, 2,700 square feet. We're gonna check out one more house. They're 60-foot lots. There's actually only 1 available, but now we're getting into the massive 3,300 square foot home. So I'll see you over there. So the final house we're checking out is one of their 60-foot lot homes. This is a massive 3,383 square foot home. It's a 5-bed, 4.5 bath, and it's listed at $668,900. So we can pan around so we can see where we're at. Lots of open sky here. These two are actually model homes right here. And then I'm not sure what they're doing with this. Right now, this is technically a corner lot. This like visitor parking here, so we can see it from an upstairs bedroom vantage point. But right now, this is a corner lot. It should stay like that for at least 2 or 3 more years. Yeah, let's go check this one out. So this one, from a price standpoint, is about $170,000 more than the previous home. Let's see if we think it's worth $170,000 more, because I really like that second home. So right off the bat, beautiful tall doors. Lots of natural light coming in, incredibly tall ceilings throughout here. As far as, forget square footage, cubic feet of just air. There's just so much space in this house. So here's our study, very similar to the previous home we just saw. Still with the 8-foot French doors. And we're still keeping with the tile flooring throughout. Here we have our utility room, cubby above, and then mudroom / bench. You do get a 3-car garage, but it is tandem, so 3rd car area is back here. I will say still slightly bigger, right? Looking at the side there, probably about another 6 inches wider than the previous one, so it's a pretty good sized garage. Nice garage door. Some WD-40. All right, over here to the left, we have our first guest bedroom. There's 5 of them we're gonna see in this house. And this one has its own walk-in closet, very nice. All the guest bedrooms are carpeted. And then guest bathroom, first one we've seen that has a walk-in shower instead of a tub. But as far as the tile in the back, it's still the same. And then they maintain the tile on the floor as in the rest of the house. And then this opens up to, we have a dining area, formal dining over here. This will just be a coat closet. And then living area over here, super tall ceilings, ton of natural light, so much space. And then our kitchen. Kitchen looks beautiful. I love the backsplash design. Looks really interesting, really intricate. And then we have, they really like this dark blue right now, dark blue / black look on the island. Built-in range, 5 burner, like very similar to what we saw. As you can see, they're not completely finished building this, but they're in the final weeks of the stages, but built-in oven, built-in microwave. We have this little butler's pantry area, and then a long walk-in pantry here. So that's connecting from the dining area, and then you have this small table, and maybe as you're preparing food, you can put it over here when it's ready to be brought to the dining area. Just a little bit more space to work with in your kitchen. And a pretty good sized island too. You can comfortably fit 4 stools there easily. Let's check out the outside. So many windows. Perry really does a fantastic job with that, just the amount of natural light coming in. So this is a massive back patio. Like I said, this is a 60-foot lot, meaning the width of it should be 60 feet. You can definitely tell this is a much wider side yard. Now, forget the lot. This specific location of this specific home is somewhat of a corner, so you can see we're next to the road right there, so no side, and then it doesn't look like they're going to be building anything back here. I mean, they planted some trees over there. They've left all of this here. So I would need to check with them, but as far as the lot placement, this is by far the best one. Very peaceful out here. No rear neighbor that you're going to be looking in their kitchen. They're not going to be looking into your living room. And then just a slightly bigger yard space too. As you can see, it kind of wedges out, kind of opens up. So it definitely feels like a corner lot. And then they do have the gas outlet here for this one also. Yeah, I really like this back patio and backyard space, very peaceful. I do wish I was maybe a house or two further away from that road, But not a ton of traffic on that road, and they're not all going, it's like 30 mile per hour speed limit. Here's the primary bedroom. Definitely the largest one we've seen today. And then primary bath, beautiful design with the floor tile here. Again, separated sinks. This one they have upgraded 8-inch widespread faucets. So that's a nice little upgrade there. Ton of natural light with that frosted window overlooking the tub. I think the tub in the previous one was bigger than this one, but I didn't get in, so don't hold me to that. Toilet, walk-in shower, still no bench. I don't know what's going on, Perry. I don't know why we're not giving us a bench. Put our feet up. And then we do get a his and hers closet. So his, actually that's the big one. Hers, this is his, okay? And then we have linen closet there. So very nice bathroom. Really, really like this design of the floor. And then it goes into the side of the shower too. And the faucets are cool. As everybody knows, I'm big into faucets. All right, let's go upstairs. Just looking around, make sure I didn't forget anything. This house is massive. So carpeted stairs, beautiful railing. Black steel with a darker wood. The top here, we have our half bath, just a pedestal sink. Nothing too crazy. And then this is our landing. And then a small walkway to 2 other guest bedrooms. So you can see what I'm talking about with, is this a corner lot or isn't it? Right now it is, because I kind of have this weird 2-car space for visitors to park. But I would think this is big enough to put another house. So you may have a neighbor in a few years when they stop selling. Here is bedroom number 3. This one does have an ensuite. Pretty typical with the materials we've seen in the other homes. Very nice to have an ensuite here. You have a large family, that goes to the oldest sibling. And then this is just a linen closet. This is the younger sibling wing of the house. This is where I would live. I'm the youngest of 7 children, so this is hand-me-down central. I got a nice hand-me-down. If I lived in a house like this when I was young, whew, no hand-me-downs. Okay, you can tell I've seen a lot of houses today. I'm just talking about my childhood. So, yeah, pretty basic with the shared bathroom here. And then this is your final, really good sized bedroom for a guest bedroom, and decent closet spaces too. And you can see that's what we're looking out in front with those 2 model homes and then that empty lot right next to them. So there you have it. Those are the Perry homes in Crosswinds. Like I said, there are 6 or 7 builders in this neighborhood, so I'll definitely do videos on all of the builders, so we can, if you want to, you want to do Crosswinds, but you're not sure which builder is right for you, definitely be on the lookout for those. This is a really, really nice, impressive community. Very clean, very open, really interesting design with each part is a different builder. So I'm curious to kind of compare what's the Perry vibe streets compared to the Pulte vibe, compared to the Highland. But for everything I've seen, this place, like this neighborhood looks like a great place to live. Very close, especially if you're thinking of commuting up to Austin or going down to San Marcos. Maybe you have family in central Texas down to San Antonio. It's a nice kind of central location to easily get north and south, while still getting to benefit from the low prices of living in Kyle. I can tell you a house like this in my neighborhood in Austin would be around $900,000. So getting this for under $700,000, that's a big steal because you're buying in Kyle. So if you are thinking of making a move, be sure to remember you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. I'd love to help you and your family find a great deal in the greater Austin area. All of the description can be found, words today. If you made it to this point in the video, I applaud you. All of what I just said can be found in the description below. I'm gonna go take a nap, and when I wake up, I will be ready and recharged to help you find a great house. Go check out my other videos where I'm definitely more awake than this one. Until next time, I hope to see you guys around Crosswinds.